Before this video starts, may I quickly urge you all to go and check out a video on the Dugouts channel which I started on recently. Make sure to head over there, hit like and subscribe and such, and check the video out. It was based on an old firm, Celtic, stuff like that, so you will enjoy if you are a Celtic fan. The link will be in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another FM Experiment video like we've done in the past, a couple before, focusing on Celtic really once again, and we're going to go and see what happens with Celtic if they only use domestic players that they have in their team right now. So the domestic players that Celtic currently have, and that's it. I've put instructions on that they can't sign anyone else. It's Cal McGregor, likes of them. Cal McGregor, Kieran Tierney, Scott Brown, only Scottish players. Just as a kind of test to see what would happen. Obviously, the Lisbon Lions, what they were, one of the things that really stood out about them is they were all local lads. They all came within a certain radius of Glasgow. They were all born in Scotland. They were all raised Scottish. And we're going to see what happens in modern day football with Celtic in FM17. What happens when you sim through with just Scottish players, see if there's any success for Celtic. Obviously this would not reflect what would happen in real life. It's a video game. The stats for players like Anthony Ralston are very outdated now as they've started getting first team runs, so you've got to keep that in mind. But we're going to go through an experiment anyway over a couple of seasons and see where Celtic may finish in the league and if they can have any success. So we're going to head right into the video. Sorry if the webcam's a bit off sync with the audio during this. There's not much I can do about it at the current minute as I'm making this video at 10:30 at night. Dedication. Yes, I had a job interview in that today, so big man, you know. Right, enjoy the video. We've got Celtic in, we've made the database changes. One thing you may notice as we move along is the teams like Aberdeen, Rangers and such do not have their updated squads. There's no Morelos, there's no Candace, whatever their names are at Rangers. There's no Stevie May at Aberdeen. It is all the squads from the start of or January of last season, because I had to make my own database for Celtic to only have Scottish players. So we have applied the changes to Celtic. We've got only Scottish players, as you will see here. Sorted by value, only Scottish players, some out on loan, which might make it a little bit more difficult, but keeps it realistic. We've got them out on loan, we've got the team all Scottish. Brendan Rodgers signed domestic based players as his main priority. Hopefully will not use the loan system, and we've actually placed a 5-year transfer embargo on Celtic. This could be a disastrous season. Celtic are relying heavily on the Scottish youth to do them a favour. They're relying heavily on recruiting well for the next few seasons, and we're just going to go through the next few seasons to see what happens, because right now with the Scottish players that Celtic have got, we want to see how they do with those exact players. We're not bringing in the likes of Robert Snodgrass and that. We want to see with the Scottish players Celtic have how they would do. For the first season, we're going to do it in stages. We're going to go to September. We're going to see how the transfer window and stuff went and how they started the season if they're going to Europe. We'll then go to January. Then we'll go to the end of the season, and then we'll just sim through another couple of seasons and see how they've done. Will they win the title? Will they develop youth? We'll soon see. Brendan Rodgers, our faith is in you. Will not be surprised if you do not too well and get the sack though, because it is not going to be easy. So we'll sim to September and see what happens. It is September time. We're going to see if Celtic have done anything on the outside of things. Obviously they can't on the ins. And we're going to see if they made it to European football and just generally how they have started the league season. So if we quickly type Celtic, they're 7th to start off. They should be about 3 games in. If we have a quick look, 7th, 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. The loss coming at home to Aberdeen, which isn't the best, I suppose, but not the worst in the world. We can accept it. A 2-8 draw away from home and a 1-0 win away from home. So really, the only game we've lost is at home, surprisingly. Sitting 7th, we'll see how it picks up as the season goes on. The question is, have they made European football? They have. They've made European football. But they didn't get through Rosenborg in the This is interesting. Didn't get past Rosenborg in the 3rd round of the qualifiers. They get Rosenborg in their group, which may be tricky. They managed to put out this team, can't say that name, in the Europa League playoff round quite convincingly. But sadly they never got to the playoff round of the Champions League. But they're in the Europa League where they've got a group of Rosenborg, Celta Vigo, and where's the last team? Manchester United. Jesus. That's not a good group, is it? Especially when Rosenborg went and just put Celtic out, pumped them out of the Champions League. So, not the best for Celtic, not the best Europa League group. On the transfer side of things, oh God, it all got cancelled. Thank God it fell through. Lee Griffiths was this close to making an £8.25 million move to West Brom. It fell through, and Celtic did make a signing. Despite the transfer embargo, they must be allowed to sign like players from Scotland or something, and that's it. Mark Reynolds has signed for Celtic. Don't know why, don't ask me. Mark Reynolds, questionable signing. which leaves Celtic with a team looking like this. Gordon, Wardrobe, Tierney, Reynolds, Miller, McGregor, Brown, Henderson, Forrest, Armstrong and Griffiths. Definitely stronger going forward than it is at the back, and players will have to develop a lot over the course of the season. We'll head over, do you know what, we'll go to January and we'll see how they're doing, and then we'll go to the end of the season and see how it goes. Hopefully they improve on sitting 7th right now, and hopefully they do okay in Europe, not get too embarrassed. Right then, we're in February, just past January, and as you may notice in the insecure jobs, Brendan Rodgers is sitting there. Which does not make me look forward to clicking this to see where Celtic are. Celtic 3rd. Not as bad as I was thinking there. Sitting 3rd though, but they're quite a heft here. They're still doing better than Rangers. There's a positive. You might be thinking 3rd. Fuck me, that's bad. But still ahead of Rangers. So who cares? Celtic's sitting 3rd right now. 10 wins, 6 draws, 7 losses. If you look at the losses, it's stupid games. Apart from Aberdeen, it's Kilmarnock, Ross County have beat us twice. Dundee and Partick Thistle. Don't know how they've managed to drop, and they've dropped points twice to Hamilton as well. They've drawn with them twice, which is quite. That's a curious one to look at. Anyway, 10 wins so far, 36 points, 9 points behind, but still quite a bit of the season to go, so not much to worry about. If we quickly go to transfers, I don't think we should be expecting much here, no. But Lee Griffiths and Keita, oh no, it's disastrous, lads. Griffiths and Tierney. The 2 key players, gone. They are gone. That's it. Griffiths is away to Everton. Tierney away to the other side, and there's a side to Liverpool. Disastrous, quite there, to be honest with you. So that leaves a team looking like the defence is look at that defence. Anthony Dalston, Sam Wardrobe, Mark Reynolds, and Daniel Church. It leaves you scratching the head, to be honest. And up front, PJ Crossan. How are Celtic going to win the league at this point? I don't know. You have as good an idea as I do. Really don't know how they're going to do it now. They've got a lot of work to do, Celtic. A lot of work to do. Going to sit at the end of the season. I don't think it's going to be pretty. This is the team. Will it develop over the next few seasons? That's the question. They'll have Christie back. They'll have Allen back. Allen might not make a big difference. But we're going to go to the end of the season and see how this finishes. Before I forget, the Europa League didn't go as bad as I thought it would go for Celtic. They actually had a decent showing in a very tough group. A very, very tough group. They managed to take 3rd place and getting 7 points. 2 wins, beating Rosenborg and Vigo at home. They drew with Rosenborg away and then were beaten twice off Man United and pumped by Vigo away from home. They did get through. Celtic finishing 3rd though, not as bad as I expected it to be, honestly. Considering Rosenborg put them out of the Champions League qualifiers, that is quite impressive to finish 3rd. To the end of the season we go now. Right, end of... I shouted there. Right, end of season 1. My main question is, Brendan Rodgers still Celtic manager? How have they done with this Scottish-based team? I'm hoping to see it has went well. We'll find out. I'm going to quickly go through them by getting to Hamilton. Let's see, the league table. Oh, dear God. Right, he cannot be Celtic manager. Well, if I click on here, Brendan Rodgers will be gone. I can only assume. Celtic have finished 4th with a very poor record. With an all-Scottish team, with all the youngsters. They needed time to develop. They lost Tierney, they lost Griffiths. They finished 4th in the first season. Neil Lennon has returned to the helm of being Celtic manager. So that's nice to see. How did they get on in the Cups though? That is the thing. Scottish Cup 5th round, Dunfermline 3, Celtic 0. Not good at all. In the League Cup, how did they get on there? We never actually checked League Cup when we were back. I bet they were put out in the first round they were in. The second round, 2-1 at home to St Johnstone. A very poor season. Interesting to see. Now the question is, has anyone developed good enough to go next season and get the title back? Because I probably don't think so. Cal McGregor's on the bench. Who's he doing there? They'll have Christie back. He could make a difference. We'll see. We'll see. But Neil Lennon is now Celtic manager. Very poor first season. Very poor. Let's go to the end of season 2 and see if the team have developed enough. This is what would happen if it was all domestic. We'd have to develop this youth. Maybe we'd not lose the league. I'm going to give my opinion at the end of the video, I think, what would happen. But we'll get to that. Let's go to the end of the second season. Right, season 2, over. Let's hope it's went a bit better this time. I'm going to go through very weirdly. There we go. Scottish Premiership. You're joking. You're joking. Hearts have won it 2 years in a row now. Jeez, oh, they're loving life up in... Jesus, we finished 5th. Well, Ronald Koeman is somehow now Celtic manager. It's a very confusing time. Managers. Neil Lennon was given the sack around February time. Ronald Koeman has came in. He barely done anything. I mean, he's won 1 game out of 8. Well, how has this happened? How has this occurred, if you like? There's the team. Transfers. Nothing was done apart from outs. They got rid of a few players. The transfer embargo probably isn't treating Celtic that nicely. But aye, not good. Not good at all. Let's check the cups quickly. They got to the Betfred Cup semi-final and Hibs put them out on penalties. They never made it to Europe this time around. They'll put out in the 3rd round of the Europa League qualifiers. And the Scottish Cup, they'll put out the 4th round at home to Ross County. Embarrassing stuff. Not a good end to the season when it got to the split at all. They've got a lot to pick up on, Celtic. It's nasty. Let's go through another couple of seasons and see what happens. For some reason, I'm not too confident that this season has kind of went well for Celtic. I just don't feel like they've got the power to do too well, especially after previous seasons. So, who won the league, you say? Well, oh, no. Oh, jeez, oh. No, this has been an ultimate disaster. Oh, God. Celtic, 8th. 8th. It's just got worse and worse. Robbie Nielsen is now manager. We've bounced to yet another one. And Rangers won the league. Under Alex Neil. So, not great. Look at transfer history. They got rid of a few more players. Just releasing players left, right and centre, to be honest. The senior squad, I mean, that is the team. You look at it, it's just not. It's not a challenging team, is it? It's really not. Cal McGregor's there. No one else really recognisable in that first team apart from Christie, who are recognised first team players. So really, from this experiment, it's shown maybe something, but it's FM at the end of the day. And I feel like the stats probably don't reflect a lot of the players who are coming through in real life, such as Anthony Ralston, Calvin Miller, who probably next year will have better stats if Celtic were to use only Scottish players this year. From the players that they've got, I'm still confident they could challenge for the title, maybe not be as comfortable at the lead of the table, but at the end of the day, they'd still have Gordon, they'd have Ralston, they'd have Tierney, they'd have Brown, they'd have Armstrong, they'd have McGregor, they'd have Forrest. Them alone, and Griffiths, them alone, I think that's a league title winning team. It's just the defence they'd have to improve in my eyes, and they really could go somewhere with those players in this game. It's obviously not going to reflect that, but aye, what would it be like? Would you like to see a kind of old school kind of thing at Celtic where we only sign Scottish players? What do you think? And would you maybe like to see this become an actual save in FM18 when players like Anthony Ralston might have better stats? Let me know what you think. But really, no success for Celtic. We'll quickly actually check the Cups. Did they have any success in the Cups? Forgot to check that. They didn't even get through the Betfred Cup group. Embarrassing. And they got put out the second round of the first round of the Scottish Cup. Nothing else to be said, really. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this, make sure you like and subscribe. Yes, it wasn't a successful experiment, but it was an experiment nonetheless. That's what experiments are meant to do. So if you did enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe. I appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.